very different way than we're all used to. And
Absolutely.
this is no longer about winning trophies. This is asset management where the assets are the players, and this is about profit making.
Yeah.
And I think they've developed a model. They're going to back that model. And if we're not careful, Chelsea might be a mid-table team until these guys leave and cash out of the football club. Hey guys, we're back again, TruBench. Too many things to talk about today. I'm not even sure that we're going to have enough time to get through everything because too many things going on in the world of football. But we just watched AFCON. Today there were two games. Benin Republic versus Egypt and Nigeria versus Mozambique. So I mean the Egypt match, I thought they struggled a bit. Mo Salah came to life in the 120th minute. Like, why do you have to wait till the
Still there.
last minute in the extra time to announce that you're on the field? Benin, I think they showed that they were inexperienced. Their goalkeeper let them down. It was very poor. Like the two goals they scored, I think it should have saved them.
They couldn't even have saved.
What is going on? It let them down and they're out. So that's my take on that. That Egypt team, I'm not sure they're going to go deep into the tournament. That's my take.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine and he was saying that he hopes we don't meet Egypt. And I said, have you been watching AFCON?
No. What
I
Egypt?
said, if
No,
you've
no,
been
no,
watching
no.
AFCON, you will not even
No.
say that.
No,
I'd
no, no, no,
rather,
no.
DR Congo or Cameroon or you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Algeria,
And then the Nigerian
Morocco.
game. Wow. What I've not seen a Nigerian side with this much quality, not just on paper, but on
Understood.
display. Like
Understood.
oh my God, these guys are good. And my own philosophy on this is that the coach is good. He tried out things in that group stage. He found his mark in that second game against Tunisia. That balance that he created, and that's why I wasn't happy. I need to go and check the yellow card rules for this tournament. Onyeka and Ndidi both got yellow cards today, and that may not be good for us going into like
Going to,
semi-final if you qualify. Yes, because I think if you take two, you may have to miss a game, and that
I
balance
mean,
with
everything is, I don't know if we set to the final.
everything in the group stages is gone. That's
Yeah,
gone. But when you start accumulating now, I think if you accumulate two, you miss a game. I think so. And you see when they got those yellow cards, they were arguing a lot with the referee. Like, is this a
yeah.
yellow and things like that.
If
I
you
think
get
Calvin
two, so that
Bassey
means that
also
if you
got
get another yellow card in another game, I guess it's because it's quarterfinal, semi-finals, and finals. Yeah,
They
so
have to make you pay
yeah,
for it, right? They
yeah.
have to make you pay for it. So that balance with Iwobi, Ndidi, and Onyeka, because what happens is Ndidi is the one sitting.
He's sitting here.
Onyeka is like box to box, he's covering
Yeah,
everywhere, and they free up Iwobi to give those
so
killer
much.
balls. Oh
Yeah,
my God, was he giving killer balls today? It was. And the way Lukman was receiving the
the
ball and
balls.
turning with
I
it.
thought it was ridiculous. they are the attacking threats they carry today. I haven't seen that kind of threats in this Nigerian team.
Those three in
Maybe ever.
front, they were
maybe
bad.
ever. Maybe ever. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Yeah. But it was a
They
good
were
game.
bad.
Yeah.
Good game, 4-0. Waiting for DR Congo, Algeria. Personally, I prefer Congo for two reasons. Nigeria and North Africa, we don't go well. We have a way of just caving to those guys. Not that this thing will, but Congo, I want them to come and play again. Maybe you beat us in recent times. Come and do it again and let's see what happens. So that's how I'll be
Welcome.
rooting for them tomorrow. I don't know what you think.
But what if they now beat you again this time?
They can't. They can't. I don't see anything that
But
suggests that Congo can beat
remember
Nigeria.
we were confident that we're going to win that game. We were confident.
But remember that Osimhen was out of that game.
Yeah,
And
he
that's
was.
what caused
He
the
was.
problem.
He was. He was. He was. He was.
Yeah. So
But
I
even
don't think they
without Osimhen in this particular team, they might still do well without Osimhen.
they
I'm
might
telling
crumble. Oh.
you.
You know why? You know why I say that? One of the Congolese, I think it was Siddiqui, the guy that plays at Sunderland.
Mm-hmm.
When he was interviewed after that game, he said, "Look, we played a game of two very different halves." He said in the first half when Osimhen was in the game, we could not play at all. And when we came back and it wasn't there, it was like we were playing a different team and a different match. And that's where we saw that, oh my God, we can actually take these guys to the cleaners. So for him to have said that, and even in the first half, it wasn't like we saw Osimhen doing a lot. But it means that he does something on that pitch that
Yeah,
the opponents, they feel it.
4 players at the back are focused on Osimhen. Let's call it spade a spade. And then remember, I said it that I think Osimhen not coming back into that second half affected the
The
mentality
team,
of
his
our
own
players.
team. Yes, yes, his own team.
That's what I think happened.
Yeah,
Because they
yeah.
were thinking, so how are we going to win this game? And that was mental strength, and that was it. I think that's where
Yeah.
they crumbled. In my own opinion.
Absolutely. Anyway, we'll
Anyway,
continue to watch
yeah.
AFCON.
Mm.
But let's move to Premier League, the drama this week, man. I don't even know where to start. So we're reviewing match week 19 and 20
19 and
together
20,
because
yeah.
there were midweek
Uh-huh.
games. Last Wednesday, Bournemouth Chelsea 2-2 was a crazy game of football. No control in the first half. They could score 5-5 if they wanted. Um, at the end of that game, Maresca refused to honor the press conference, and the day after, he was sacked. You
Yeah,
know?
because I mean, first of all, when you don't do a press conference, if you still remain as the manager, you will I think you pay a fine because it's mandatory for you to do it. I think
Well, I
it's
think the excuse was that it was ill. It wasn't fit. So someone
okay.
did the conference eventually. I think
But
one
it
of
wasn't
his assistant
yeah,
coaches,
okay.
Calabaro, did. Willie
Okay.
Calabaro did it. So maybe there won't be any fine. It was that it wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
But I mean, we now know that he didn't want to face the press. Is that enough? He was going to leave. He was going to leave
Yeah.
the team. Yeah. And
I
then,
mean,
yeah, I mean, yesterday, Chelsea played another game. City played a 1-0 draw without Maresca, with an interim coach. How do we put all this together? I mean, it's so much happening at Chelsea now that I don't even know, as a fan, I don't even know where to put my head. I don't even know what comes next with this club and with this team.
well, I mean, I think when you think about Chelsea right now, it I thought I thought Chelsea was transitioning, and I thought they were doing it quite well. But then in the last couple of months, Chelsea has been very topsy-turvy, especially on the field. Off the field, I haven't heard anything about Chelsea in terms of, media attention as far as the club is concerned. But
Hmm.
on the field, it's been very topsy-turvy. And I was attributing that to the fact that Maresca, you know, was underestimating some opponents. That's what I was attributing it to. But then when I think about the fact that he mixes and matches so much, was it lack of tactical awareness for the players you have and able to use those players to the best of their ability to get the results that you want? I'm beginning to now think, was this a Maresca issue really
Yeah.
in terms of his tactical ability as a coach? Because there was a lot of mixing and matching in that Chelsea team. And as a fan or as a football analyst or as a soccer fan, you are looking on the outside and you see a few games and you're like, I mean, take that Barcelona game for instance. I think there are a couple other games that I watched. And I'm like, this is your best team. Like this is your best strategy as far as football is concerned. And then the very next game, he tweaks something and it's completely different game. They don't carry any attacking threats. They are just passing the ball all around the box, doing nothing similar to Manchester United. So I'm beginning to think maybe it was a Maresca thing because I think Chelsea has the personnel. I think you have the personnel. I think so.
So for a long time, even on this show, I always said that, you would think that you realize what is wrong with the team by watching a particular game. And then you think that it's been corrected by the coach. But then you watch the next game, you see another problem. And then I think I said last on the last episode that right now, I think it was with Paul, I don't really know what is wrong with the team because I used to think it was the coach. But then I started saying it can't be the coach. This is more than the coach. And the reports coming out of Chelsea in the last few days since the sacking of Maresca seem to suggest that it wasn't really the coach. And and I'll get to that with similar situation with Manchester United,
Manchester
with
United.
there seems to be a clear distinction between being a head coach and a
And the
manager of the
manager.
team. It's so clear this week. And I think that if your team hires a head coach, you don't have a manager. You have what that simply means, I think, in the context of Maresca and Chelsea, was that there were so many things that he didn't have the final say on, including players to use, including how to get players back from injury, including how they scout players, who to bring into the football club. It had nothing or very little to do with those things. And if you're at that level and you think that tactically you know what you are doing, but they won't give you the support and the resources to do it, then it's a problem. So all these things that it comes to the press and tries to paint a neutral picture all the time. I hated that fact that why is this guy not taking a stand one way or the other? What he was doing was simply protecting his job, protecting himself, and not casting away the owners who are apparently making all the decisions in the club. It was a bad situation to be in. Now that I know, honestly, I feel very bad for him. And anyone that is taking that job, obviously there's a name now coming. I think that for this guy who has been linked with the job, he's coming as a puppet to take exactly what we're talking about. He's not going to have any input in any of these things. He's
Yeah, I
just going
mean,
to do what he can do
he doesn't
tactically,
mind because
and that's it.
the same ownership. The Strasbourg ownership is the same as Chelsea ownership, so
Yeah.
it's okay with the way they govern. It's probably very okay
Yeah,
with the way they
yeah,
govern.
and he's raising his profile. I mean,
Profile, yeah,
this guy
yeah.
was 2 years ago. He was managing Hull City in the
Courses, yeah,
championship.
yeah.
I have it down here. He had a 35% win ratio at Hull City, and that's the new manager for Chelsea. He had
But his win
a,
percentage is higher in Strasbourg.
no, it's not. It's not higher. I got the
39.1,
Strasbourg. He has a
39.1.
39.1%.
That's higher. 35 to 39, that's
Marginally
higher. It's
4%, and that's
improving.
what we're,
It's improving.
you know, I think Chelsea fans should just know and accept the fact that this club is now being run in a very different way than we're all used to. And
Absolutely.
this is no longer about winning trophies. This is asset management where the assets are the players, and this is about profit making. And
Yeah.
I think they've developed a model. They're going to back that model. And if we're not careful, Chelsea might be a mid-table team until these guys uh, leave and cash out of the football club.
Ah, meet people. I don't know if I think Chelsea can handle that too. We are used to it. Man, we are used to it.
So let's talk about Man U. Similar situation. I thought it was strange. The last two press conferences before Amorim was sacked, the things that he was saying. The one from yesterday, obviously, I think it was looking for a sack. I think it was done. I think it was looking for a sack. For him to have been saying that we'll do this for 18 months and we'll call it a day. Like it was, I think it was looking for it, and
So
that's it.
hearing things coming out of the club as well, he had a meeting with James Wilcox, I think, on Friday.
Hmm.
And I apparently, I'm assuming now that in that meeting, they must have told him, look, we've given you 18 months, or we are giving you 18 months to turn things around,
I would have
or
thought that
else.
18 months was what was left on his contract. Maybe.
Well, I mean, they must have, I mean, when I say we're giving you 18 months, you have 18 months, because Remember a few months ago, what's his name? The Ineos guy, the part owner of the club, where he said they were going to stick with Amorim for 3 years,
Yeah. That they
right?
were going to give
So
him another contract for 3 years or something like that.
yeah, no, they said they would stick with him for 3 years. That even though the results are not good, they were going to stick with him for 3 years to see, and that they believe that in those 3 years he was going to turn things around and all of that. So I think the meeting with James Wilcox on Friday, I don't think that meeting went well at all. I
Mm.
don't think the meeting went well at all. And I think, just like you said, being a manager versus being a head coach, he wants to be a manager. He wants to have a decision. He wants to have a say in recruitment, in tactics of the team, the way the team plays, the health,
Medical.
the medical. So I think he wanted to have a say in
But in his
everything.
conference, it was apparent that he thought he was a manager.
He said
In
he's the manager.
the
He said, I
statement
am the
by the
manager.
team,
I'm not a
they
coach.
called him the
The,
head
the
coach.
head coach, yes. So like I said, there was that meeting. There were things that must have been said in that meeting that annoyed him, because they must have said, no, 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 no. You are biting more than you can chew. This is where you are, in this
Mm.
box. And he's thinking, me in a box. Do you know who I am? Because he mentioned other managers' names. He mentioned Tuchel, he mentioned
Tuku,
Mourinho, he
Moreno,
mentioned
Tuku.
Mourinho.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you must have really thought like, wait, what, how did they see me? So I think at that point, after that game, he couldn't be bothered,
Yeah.
and I think at that point he was ready to lose his job. And I think that's basically what happened. Am I happy he's gone? Absolutely. Absolutely. I was never hammering out, to be honest, because I just felt you keep changing and changing and changing. Who is out there that we're even going to hire right now that will make a difference in our team? And there are just a few options. And I think that's
Klopp,
why Chelsea is going for this guy.
Klopp, Zidane. Tuku could be available after the World Cup.
Klopp said he's never coming to the Premier League again.
Never say never. Never say
I'm
never.
just saying what he said. I'm just saying what he
Yeah, I
said.
mean, you. I mean,
My
the point
first
is
choice would be Zidane, to be honest. Not because I feel like, oh, Zidane is a big manager or anything like that. But I know that it's not going to happen, because Zidane, I heard, has turned other jobs down in the past just because he wants the France job, which I think
national
they might
team.
have
Yeah,
promised to him. You know,
Xavi is available.
how is he available?
Not Alonso. Xavi, the Barcelona guy, is available.
Yeah, that don't. Yeah, I don't know. No,
I mean, he
I
didn't
don't
do
know.
badly. He didn't do badly at
If you
Barcelona.
ask me,
Yeah.
they should just go and poach Unai Emery from Aston Villa.
I, 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 I don't think Unai Emery will be wise to take that kind of job. I don't think
Because
so.
I'm just trying to think now.
Because I would imagine that right now he enjoys absolute control at Aston Villa.
Aston Villa,
He gets
yeah.
what he wants within the confine of the resources that they have. He makes his choices. He tactically is in charge. If he goes to a Man U or even Chelsea, he's not going to have half of that freedom, and that's going to be a problem for someone like him.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I heard that Darren Fletcher. Well, I know that Darren Fletcher is going to manage our game. I think tomorrow against Burnley. I think he's the under 18 head coach. Let's
Mm.
be specific. So, and then they're going to find an interim manager to manage the team to the end of the season before they hire somebody in the summer. Um, I'm just trying to see who the interim manager is going to be, because when I think about what they did the last time around with Ragnick, it was a disaster. That
Yeah.
that's the worst person that has managed any game at Manchester United, in my own opinion. So
I
I don't know.
listened to one of your top fans. I think his name is Flex on Sky Sport.
Like
Wow, that guy
the
went ballistic on the ownership of the club.
yeah,
Because to him, yes, Amari may not be a great manager, but he's not blaming him at all for how these things has played out,
yeah.
and he's 100% on the heels of, the ownership and the hierarchy at United. I mean, it's like I said at the beginning of the conversation, too many things are happening, but the games are not stopping. That's that's
Well,
that's that's the bottom line.
you change your formation from to 4-3-3. That's Amorim for the first time, and not just did we win, we actually played well against Newcastle. You know what I mean? And then you went back to your old formation, and we didn't get the result.
What? So I hear this. I hear this a lot, and I've said it myself as well from United fans like you. What if this guy doesn't know how to manage any other system? It's like
It's simple
it,
now.
it
Just
it's
tell us.
like it's like somebody
This is what
saying
I'm
you
used
should
to.
start speaking another language that you don't know anything about. Are you going to be comfortable just because you use a translator one day to communicate? It can't. He's a coach. He's a professional. He's not going to say that. Do you expect that he will say that? I think that's one of his best attributes. I really
Yeah.
like him because of
If
that.
you are so
Yeah.
vocal with the press and you can do and say what you like, tell us. I don't play 4-3-3. I don't know how to do it.
I don't play 4-3-3 is different from I don't know how to do it. I mean, that may
Both.
affect his next job and the one after. You can't do that to yourself. So why all these things are going on, Chelsea not finding their feet, United not knowing where they belong, City stumbling. City has lost 4 points in the last two games because a draw against Sunderland, another draw against Chelsea. Arsenal keeps winning. Should we just all believe at this point, after 20 games, that they're going to win this? They're going to win this trophy. I mean, I don't
let,
see
let,
how
I
they are
don't
not
think we
going to
should
do
get
it.
carried away. I don't think we should get carried away. In
We're
previous,
not getting
again,
carried away. We're talking based on what we're seeing every
I
weekend.
understand that. And in previous seasons, Arsenal haven't played so consistently well. But this season it seems to be different. But I will wait till February. February is where Arsenal start to turn their season around for good or for better or for worse. That's what I'm saying. So let's just be patient till February. Let's see what happens in the month of February. Then we'll come back at the end of February, and I'll be able to tell you, Arsenal have won it, or see what I told
So,
you.
so who do you think is going to be the title challenger?
It's going
Who's,
to be
who's going to
City.
challenge Arsenal? City?
City is the one that can challenge them.
With the way they are playing?
Funny thing is,
Because there's
they
nothing.
were playing so well
What's
until
their
these two
next game?
draws.
The next game is against Brighton. There's nothing that I saw yesterday that tells me that they are going to beat Brighton on
And
Wednesday or Thursday.
what I saw Brighton do this weekend shows that the problem with Brighton is you don't know the Brighton that's going to show up. You just don't know.
Yeah,
You
because
just don't know.
if they drop points again and Arsenal goes eight, nine
I think
points ahead,
Arsenal is playing
Arsenal is playing Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah. Which I think they will
I
beat
mean,
Liverpool.
you can say, oh, it will be tough, but you can say it's 3 points. It's not
Arsenal is not
Liverpool
going to
of
beat
before.
Arsenal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Arsenal will beat Liverpool. Arsenal will beat Liverpool.
Exactly.
Even Bournemouth are just doing. They count them down. I count.
No, yeah, I mean, let's not even forget what Rice did in that game. Those two
Oh,
goals,
no, Rice
guy.
was class.
This guy's
Rice was
class. This
class.
guy's class.
Was
Yeah,
class.
yeah, yeah. I mean, come on.
Was
When
class.
you have a
Yeah.
player like that, I mean, come on. I mean, it just gives you, even
I
when you are
mean,
behind in a game, it just gives
but
you the
then
confidence that you're
see,
going to come
this is
back.
the one thing that Arsenal didn't have in previous seasons: a deep bench. Their bench is so good.
Their bench is so good that Eze is not playing.
Eze is not playing.
Eze is not playing. That that
I'm
that
sure
is how scary
Crystal
these
Palace is
guys are
like,
right now.
please give us
Yeah.
just let's stay there for 1 or 2 games because Crystal Palace can't seem to find any form right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mateta thought, he scored a goal in Matchweek 19. We thought, okay, maybe that will spark some things, but their last game against, I think their last game against, they lost 2-0 yesterday, or was it the day before?
Who?
Crystal Palace, they lost 2-0, right?
Oh yeah,
Their
yeah.
last
They
game.
lost to Newcastle. The Crystal
Newcastle,
Palace
yeah.
is
Newcastle.
suddenly on a big decline. I'm not
Big decline.
sure.
Big, big,
what's
big
really
difference.
going on. They could not even
Yeah,
beat Fulham at home. I mean, it ended up 1-1. I mean, you would have thought with the form that they had at the beginning of the season, even up until a few weeks ago, at home against Fulham,
yeah,
you bet them to get the 3 points. But I mean, they're struggling so much now. And I think this is the effect of playing in Europe,
yeah.
especially
For
when you
them,
have,
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
it's gonna come back
Mhm.
and really, really bite you. I mean, I don't want us to leave EPL this on this episode and not talk about Wolves. They
I think
they
it's Manu's
finally
fault
won
that
a
won't.
game.
I think it's Manu's fault. I think
No, Man, you did not play against Wolves.
no, we played against Wolves. We drew with
No, this weekend that they got the three
That's what
points.
gave them the inspiration that we can do this.
No, I
Let's
think I think I think it just shows that some teams are also really bad, and if you're up to it and you start your games well, even if you are Wolves, you can still win a game. They won 3-0. I mean, it was a good game for them.
West Ham on the
And
other.
then
There, there are two managers that are going to get sacked soon. It's not only Chelsea and Man U. I think so.
who 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 else?
Thomas Frank, and Santos. What's the name? That long name, the Meister. I think those two are going to go soon. I think so.
Oh, the West
West
Ham
Ham,
coach.
Nuno Espirito
No,
Santos.
no,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why he hasn't been able to turn around the fortunes of West Ham. It's been very, very poor. It's been terrible,
yeah. It's
and
been
it's Thomas
Paqueta seems to
Frank.
be
I
their
think
ray of light.
Tottenham might be reluctant to sack because it's like they sack every season now, and it's becoming a problem. I think they have to look inwards and realize that it's not really Thomas Frank or the coach. I think there's a problem with the team and the football club. So just sacking Thomas Frank, how does that really? I mean, this is a team that's had Conte,
Mm-hmm.
Mourinho.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, those are two world class coaches, and they didn't
Managers,
do
yeah.
anything at Tottenham. So I mean, what are you?
Then they went
I
from
mean,
that to Postecoglou.
Postecoglou, and you could even argue that Postecoglou gave them something that they've not had in decades. He won
17
it.
years.
He won. Yeah, he won. He
17
won. He
years.
won European Cup for them. So,
Again,
uh,
courtesy, Man U.
we can't keep inserting Man U into this
Isn't it funny
conversation.
that when you look at Chelsea and Man U, their performance on the field is very, very similar. Very similar.
In what sense?
Meaning, in the sense that they win today, lose tomorrow, draw the next day, changing personnel. I mean, if you look at the table, we both have 31 points, both have lost the same number of games, drawn the same number of games. We've scored, I think Chelsea has scored 34 goals, we've scored 33. The only better thing about Chelsea is that Chelsea, their defense is much better than Man U's defense. We've conceded so many goals. I think we've only kept 2 clean sheets this season, Man U. And I'm not saying the personnel is the same or the style of play is the same. I'm just saying just the outcome of
The
the
results.
results is just
Yeah,
the same.
because I was going to say that I've seen, and this is not just because I'm a Chelsea fan. I've seen Chelsea play some incredible games this season where you like this team will play against any other team in the world, and that means they have the personnel at that level that
Yeah,
can deliver. Maybe not on a consistent basis, but they can produce that kind of performance
quality of
if
yeah.
they have to. I haven't seen United get to that level,
No, 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 no,
you
no,
know.
no, no, not at all.
So that
No,
that, that that's why I was wondering, like, okay,
no, no. Like I said,
yes,
it's not
they're
about the
31
personnel.
points,
It's not
but
about the. It's
yeah,
just the results. It's just the
and that's
inconsistency.
what a league, a marathon can give to you. Some teams can do well. You think they are good. At the end of the day, they end up being mid-table because of the lack of consistency. Yeah, that's the way it is, and that's why I think that maybe in cup competition, if Chelsea gets a good coach, maybe there's a possibility that they may win a cup. You know, Carabao Cup, who knows?
Yeah,
FA Cup, who knows? Champions League, I think they're far off. There are too many good teams in the Champions League that you can't fluke your way in the Champions League. It's not possible.
No,
They
Champions
will
League is
catch you.
about
They will fish you out
they'll pick you out, they'll figure you
on
out.
a
Yeah,
given day. So
yeah.
yeah, but
Unless,
maybe this, yeah, maybe
yeah,
these
Champions
local
League definitely
cups,
not.
maybe they can
Yeah,
figure something out. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to wrap up the show by letting you do a blind ranking of the coaches that you've had at United over the last maybe 10 or more years. I want to see where you put these guys in your blind ranking. It's blind because you don't know who else I'm going to call. So you have to lock in the position of every manager that I call, and then we go from there. Are you ready for that?
yeah.
Mourinho,
Like, who against Mourinho?
1 to 10. 1 to 10. Where will you put Mourinho?
I wish I could look at the list and then just
You
sort them
can't.
out.
That's why it's a blind ranking.
Mourinho.
Yeah.
I'll put Mourinho at. I'll put him at number one because we won the most. We won the most with him, to be honest. In terms of
I'm surprised you are putting Mourinho at one. Wow, that's interesting.
yeah.
Louis van Gaal.
Say that again.
Louis van Gaal, the Dutch.
Four. And there are 10 managers I'm looking at, right?
Yes.
Van Gaal, 4.
Louis van Gaal, 4. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
2.
2. Wow. I know where this is going to be. Ralf Ragnick.
Who?
Ralf Ragnick,
10.
the 10. Eric Ten Hag.
Who?
Eric Ten Hag.
Eric Ten Hag.
Hmm.
So I've done 1, 2. Eric Ten Hag. We won.
Yeah.
We won FA Cup 3. We won FA Cup.
3.
Yeah.
Ruben Hammering.
Ruben Amorim, 9.
Alex Ferguson.
Alex. Oh no! You said last 12 years. You didn't say.
I said last 10 or more years. Alex
No.
Ferguson.
I can. I did. No. I thought
Just go on. Just go on. Just go on.
No.
That's why I said.
Then
Like,
please, Mourinho,
you
you
can't
have to sit
change. You
everything down.
can't change. You can't change. You
I
can't
can't.
change your
I
numbers
can't.
now.
No. I can't publicly say anything. No, I can't.
Don't worry. They'll follow the video. Don't worry. They'll follow the video.
No, I mean, I didn't know Alex Ferguson was in this. So
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson
So the
was
number
obviously
you
number
have,
one.
you still have 5. You still have 5.
No, I know. I can't give him 5. I can't give Alex Ferguson. No way. Alex Ferguson is our best manager ever. I didn't know. I thought it was post Alex Ferguson.
Okay. Darren Fletcher.
Sorry?
Darren Fletcher is
Darren
managed you
Fletcher
a few
managed only
games.
3 games.
A few games, yes, we know.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him 8 because then, yeah, I give him 8.
David Moyes.
7.
Ryan Giggs.
6.
I think you have everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you have everybody. Well, are you happy with it except for Alex Ferguson?
Oh yeah, I'm very happy
we
with what I
didn't
picked.
put him there. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
We
I
didn't put
mean,
him there.
you didn't put Michael Carrick though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's not every coach, it's not every manager that we put
So so
just the
that I
last.
think I'm happy with what I did. The reasons why I gave Hag and Mourinho those because we won the most with Mourinho. Solskjaer, I liked our play when we were under Solskjaer. I liked the way Man U played football until there was a collapse. And I think Solskjaer, just like we were saying about the clubs, not the head coaches not having any say in other aspects of the club. I think we saw that with a lot of managers. Mourinho said it, Solskjaer said it. And Solskjaer wanted us to buy Bellingham and Haaland. I think if they had given him the players he wanted, our recruitment in Manchester United has been very horrible up until this season. Harry
You
Kume has
think you
been very,
guys
very
recruited
flawed.
well this season?
Yeah, I like Cunha and I like Umbuemo. Even though I think Cunha is overplaying, I think somebody needs to go and counsel him that it's not about scoring goals.
Maybe with a change of manager,
Maybe,
maybe the idea
maybe,
will be the.
maybe.
But you have to. Sheshko was bought this cycle as well, and I don't think it's been
You
good
can see
for
I avoided
United.
that name. Yeah,
He was the main guy. It was the price. It was like number 9 is coming in.
yeah, I mean, he was the most expensive of all three of them.
Yeah.
But I'll be optimistic. He'll come into his own. I'll be optimistic.
Some
I'll
players
be
never,
optimistic.
but yeah, who knows? Who
Yeah,
knows?
he'll come
Yeah.
into his own.
Yeah, I mean, our conversation today has been about managers, who is in, who is out, changes at the club. Those are the biggest news in football right
I
now.
think
You can't.
even in other football news, in the Scottish League, I think Celtic fired their manager yesterday as well, or today, or something like
I
that.
don't think it lasted
Eight
6 weeks
games,
on the
eight
job.
games.
I don't think it lasted 6 weeks on the job. It was obvious from like the second week that this guy's going to be gone. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
Similar,
it was not a good
similar
fit.
to what Leverkusen did to Ten Hag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that was for cause. It wasn't really because of what was going on the field. It
Yeah,
was
yeah. There
something
were
outside of
other
that.
factors. Yeah.
By the way, Eric
Absolutely.
Ten Hag is free again and is your number 3. So why is it not on the list of potential
There's nobody on
managers to
that
come
list.
back?
There's
Eh?
nobody on that list that I want back
Yes.
at Manchester United. Not one.
Not even, not even,
Solskjaer.
not even Shosha, not even
They won't
Ole.
give him. They won't give him what he wants. So what's the point?
Because I thought they fired him too early.
So
He was getting there.
personally, I like Solskjaer. I like the way we're playing football under Solskjaer. I
Yeah, it
liked it,
wasn't
but
bad. And I think Van Gaal could have also, I mean, he's such an experienced
yeah,
coach. If he stayed and he's committed to it, there's no way he
I
won't get
don't think Van
results.
Gaal can play new school football. Let's call it spade a spade. Van Gaal is more of an old school kind of guy.
Ferguson was old school when he won the last Premier League
Yeah,
for you
and I
guys.
think see, that's a very intelligent man, a wise man at that. He bowed out at the peak. Like he knew that he knew football was changing. He knew. And he just said, you know what? Let me give it to them.
And lastly, and this is just a suggestion, you guys should look at Enzo Maresca as well. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
They just didn't allow him to do what he wanted to do. I think he's a good coach.
Yeah.
Will I hire Maresca again? No, but I think another top club could use his services very well.
I mean, we'll see what Man U does. They always come up with surprises. Nobody ever knew that they were looking at Amorim until we just heard one day that Amorim was the person they were pursuing with all purpose and intensity. Let's hear what they will say.
Yeah.
Let's hear what they
Oh,
will say.
anyway, I think that wraps it up for us this week. Next week we'll definitely be with a guest.
Absolutely.
Games are coming in. News is also breaking every minute now.
Every
So
minute.
we
Every
we,
minute.
we keep we keep everyone posted. Thanks, Sukkie,
All
for
right.
being on this. Yeah, take
Nice
care.
one.